In this video, I'm going to be walking through exactly how to create a viral hook. Now, before I go into this, if you don't have a good idea, if you don't have a good script for your video, then the hook won't even really help that much, but it is the most important part of your video, so make sure to take notes and pay attention. Let's go. How do you actually make a good hook for your video, for your viral idea now? So what is a good hook? Well, a good hook is the very first thing your viewer sees or hears in a video. It's your sentence, your first 1 to 2 seconds, or even that single line of your text that pop out on the screen. Okay, so it's the moment where a split decision is made, whether is this worth my time, should I keep watching, or should I keep scrolling and it's not worth my time. That is the decision the viewer has to make in the first 5 seconds of your video. So you have to prove to them that this video is going to be worth your time to watch. You're going to get something interesting out of it, or you're going to learn something in the first sentence, or the first 1 to 2 seconds. Actually, it should be 1 to 5 seconds depending on what type of video, but you get the point, right? And in a world where attention is the most valuable currency, time is the most valuable currency, your hook is your first and only shot at earning their time and their attention. So here's an of a video that did really good. This video has 350,000, 60,000 views. This video did bad. This video has I think it's 10,000 views, right? So as you can see, look at the first 5 seconds. 35% of people were still watching, which is really bad, by the way. And then you have 57% of watching first 5 seconds on a video that did 360,000 views, right? So that's really good. And because of this increase in the hook, because of the hook was so good, on average, viewers watch 55% of my videos, so over half of it. And this one, 21, which is not good, like I said. What makes a good hook? Well, a good hook doesn't just start your video, it stops the scroll. It sparks enough curiosity, emotion, or value, or all three at the same time, that your viewer has to keep watching. They're like, yo, I need to watch this video. That's what you want to make them feel like, right? So you either spark some sort of curiosity, what is this guy going to talk about? I need to see what happens, but I need to watch this to find out. Or emotion, they're like, dang, this is so relatable. This guy is just like me, I'm going to keep watching. Or you're going to provide value. So you're going to tell them something that solves their problem, and they're going to watch it, because who wouldn't want the solution to their problem, right? Everybody wants their problem solved and given right to them. So if you promise that in the video, then obviously the viewer is going to keep watching. They're gonna be like, yo, I need to see what this guy's going to tell me so I can actually solve this problem. And that's what you want to invoke in the viewer if you want to actually stop people from scrolling and get a video that gets 360,000 views rather than 10,000. But for you, if you had a video perform this badly, definitely want to get 10,000. I only got views on this video because I have a lot of followers, so they obviously saw the video. Okay. Great hooks do one or more of the following. They tease a solution to the problem they care about. So like I said, they build a sense of urgency or tension, curiosity, and also emotion at the same time. They challenge a belief they already hold, so curiosity, and it might invoke some emotion, and even could provide value. So that's all three, right? So make a bold or surprising statement as curiosity and emotion, and then tap into a deep desire or insecurity. That's a lot of emotion right there. And especially if you offer solution to their insecurity or their deep desire, then that's a value as well. And you could even frame it in a way that makes it curiosity. I have the solution to this, but it's only this one thing. You frame it in a way that makes them curious as to what the solution even is. So you can invoke all three with this one as well. So it's not just about clickbait, okay? It's about creating instant relevance and emotional pull. Clickbait doesn't work. You can't build a career off of clickbait videos with hooks that are clickbait. No, you build it by being instantly relevant, by creating instant relevance and having an emotional pull on people. So if your hook just doesn't make someone stop, think, or feel, it's not doing its job. You have a bad hook, and it's that simple. Alright, so why does your hook matter so much? Because on platforms like TikTok, Reels, or Shorts, any short form platform, watch time is king. The first few seconds are where most viewers bounce. And that's before they know who you are, before they trust you, before they know what they'll gain, okay? So in the first few seconds, they'll scroll on short form platforms. If you don't grab them instantly, you've lost them forever, and it's that simple. So think about it. You wouldn't hand 60 seconds of your life to some stranger unless they gave you a strong reason. That's your hook's job. You need to earn that trust up front, okay? So don't beg for their attention, because that's clickbait, right? That would be their clickbait. But you simply offer them something in return for their attention in the hook. Boom. That's how you make a good hook. For example, if I was going to tell a good story that would provide value, I'd be like, I've never told anyone this before, but I did this one thing and got every single girl to fall in love with me, or something like that, right? They would be like, yo, I want to learn how to get girls to fall in love with me. I want to learn how to get girls to like me. And what the heck is this guy doing to get every single girl to fall in love with him? And then there could be emotional aspect as well. Like, I pull no girls. Like, this is actually kind of sad, but maybe he'll have the solution and it'll make me happy, right? That's all three of them at the same time. But you have to earn the trust, and the trust earned up front in that hook. I got every single girl to fall in love with me, and here's what I did. And then you give them it throughout the story. So in short, no matter how good your content is, it won't matter if your hook is weak. Your video could be a perfect delivery, bro. It could be the best video ever. But if your hook is bad, nobody's gonna see the video. So it's not gonna matter, right? If you have a drop off like this, like look, the delivery on this video isn't bad, right? The drop off throughout the video after the hook is not bad. But the hook was just bad, and that's why the video is cooked. On this one, the hook is good and the delivery is good, so it went viral. And the difference between a bad and a good hook, okay? Hook hacks. How to write better hooks that actually perform well and will actually get views and stop people from scrolling. Use a promise plus numbers formula, okay? So this combo gives your video structure and value immediately. So promise and numbers, because you're building rep, right? It tells your viewer exactly what they'll get and why they should care. Examples. This video will teach you the fastest way to grow 1,000 followers in a week. Now, these hooks probably won't go viral, to be honest, but it's just showing you how to use a promise and numbers formula. In the next 60 seconds, I'm going to show you how I turned 0 into 10K from my phone. That's actually a really good hook. I do like that. I've used a hook just like this, and it got like 200,000 views. In the next 60 seconds, I'm going to teach you how to start a lawn mowing business from scratch. I did that, and it got 200,000 views. And then I did the same thing for pressure washing. I got like 70,000 views, right? So these hooks, when you provide a promise and numbers, they work, right? 3 reasons your videos aren't blowing up and how to fix them. People love clarity plus curiosity, and this gives them both. Gives them both a promise, which you have to deliver on the promise, and then numbers for clarity. And it invokes both emotions, or both things in somebody. It invokes curiosity, and then it gives them a sense of clarity, like, okay, this is going to be like straightforward. I got this, right? And that is a great way to write a good hook. And then you can use our AI hook bot inside Creator Blueprint. You already have access to this, okay? So Blueprint bot is trained on hundreds of viral videos and their hooks, and is designed to give you proven format, word structures, and emotional triggers that have already worked on TikTok and Instagram. So no more guessing, just plug in your topic and get high converting ideas in seconds. It's like having a copywriter in your pocket. And by the way, you get free access to that forever, right? Forever, when you join Creator Blueprint. Anyways, number 3 is to speed up your tonality. So don't waste time warming up. The best hooks start strong, fast, and direct. So you don't want to be like, this is how I made 10K. No, you'd be like, this is how I made 10K in 60 seconds, for example, right? So you want to start strong, fast, and direct, because the faster you start, the faster pace people are gonna be like, okay, this feels fast. He's gonna actually deliver on this video. And they're not gonna have time to scroll if you simply talk faster, right? And you get across your point faster. So you don't have 10 seconds to build context. On TikTok, your viewer is making a decision with the first 1 to 2 seconds, and then the longest a viewer will spend making a decision is usually 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, as you can see right here, it doesn't really drop off too much more until you get deeper into the video, right? So 5 seconds, it doesn't drop off too much more, because after 5 seconds, they've already made up their mind. Am I gonna scroll on this video or am I not? And then obviously there's different triggers in videos and different things that you can do to keep people watching, but some people will scroll like mid-video, right? If it gets too boring, or they're like, oh, I already know what he's gonna say, or something like that. So yeah. Use a promise plus numbers formula, use our AI hook bot, and then speed up your tonality. So cut the filler. Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about, there's no time for that, bro. You don't have time to be doing that. There's no time for you to be saying these filler things like introducing yourself. They're gonna scroll. They don't care who you are, to be frank. To be honest with you, they don't care. They just want snappy, fast things. Like, what am I gonna get out of this video? Oh, hey guys. Instead, you're editing your videos wrong. Why am I editing my videos wrong? Here's why they're not going viral. Why are they not going viral? Most teens are wasting their time in school while others are printing money online. Here's how. How am I wasting my time in school? Like, what? What am I doing wrong? And then here's how. How are they doing this? So start like you're already mid-conversation. That's what grabs attention, right? When you go up and have a conversation with somebody, usually you say like, hey, my name's Maddox, what's your name? right? And you started off with an introduction, kind of like this. And a lot of people do that in YouTube videos as well, but you should be doing that in YouTube videos either, to be honest. So yeah, started off mid-conversation like you're editing videos wrong. So if you were to go up and talk to somebody, hey, my name's Max. Hey, my name's Tom. All right. Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Oh, you do content creation? Oh, your videos aren't doing good. Let me see them real quick. Oh, you're editing your videos wrong. Here's why they're not going viral. That's mid-conversation. That's how you're supposed to start it off, right? You don't want to start it off with, hey guys, like I've already said this. I just want to emphasize it so much because I see a lot of beginner people do it, and that is like one of the main things that will completely cook your video, right? It will never have I ever seen a video where it starts off, so today I wanted to talk about, or hey guys, my name's Maddox. It just doesn't work. It doesn't. So don't do that. Don't be like, don't be stupid and don't do that. Okay? Bonus hook structures that actually work. Confession hooks, relatable and vulnerability, right? So these trigger curiosity and emotional connection. I've never told anyone this, but honestly, I'm embarrassed to admit this, but most people don't know this about me. It's kind of embarrassing to admit this. I don't know why I've never talked about this before, and then you go on to say something that will either, infer that you're going to provide value, or you're going to provide an entertaining story, or it's going to invoke curiosity. It's going to invoke emotions because you're relatable, or you say something that will either trigger people or make people happy or make someone's day. All these different things. Like these confession hooks, they work, right? They do. I use them in a lot of my videos, to be honest. And I just use them. Just try it out. Try it out in your videos. Obviously, don't make every single video a confession hook because that's just stupid, right? And you're not going to build a real audience of different people if you do this. So don't do that only. All right, and then you have POV / day in the life hooks. So you're going to use it aspiration or unusual insights, okay? Aspirational or unusual insight. These invite the viewer into your unique lifestyle. So like day in the life of a blank age, whatever age is, title. So day in the life of a 15-year-old dropshipper. Made more than my teachers last month. Okay, that's a good day in the life hook. Here's what nobody shows you about becoming a $10,000 per month dropshipper. What I eat in a day as a 15-year-old bodybuilder. Won my bodybuilding competition last year. Here's how much money I spend in a day as a 21-year-old high school dropout. These are all day in the life are what I eat in a day hooks, like day in the life. They're day in the life hooks on a basic level, right? These all work, and I've used many of these different formats for my own videos. So, plug and play with these, and you can actually come up with some pretty good hooks that might work. So, yeah, these are hacks right here. This is very valuable, very valuable. And then the final tip. Oh, and by the way, I took these, and you want to know where I got these from? I got it from my AI hook bot that I programmed with a bunch, hundreds, 250 plus hooks that have worked for me and other creators in this space, okay? So they work, right? And I can confirm that just reading these, they would work if you used them the right way and knew how to actually fill the templates out in a good way. All right, so final tip. So before you post your next video, do this. Say your hook out loud and imagine hearing it as a total stranger. So say you're scrolling on your For You page on Instagram or TikTok, whatever you use, and you come across your video. 100% honest with yourself. Would this video make you stop scrolling? And I know it's really hard because you have your bias obviously towards your own videos, and it was even hard for me at the start. Like, oh, I would watch this video. Yeah. Would you actually watch your video if you came across it? Think about it, maybe for a couple minutes. And if you wouldn't, you need to do a new hook. Maybe the delivery was bad, you wouldn't watch that part. Redo it. Frankly, if you wouldn't even watch your own video, what makes you think strangers on the internet wouldn't watch it or would watch it? They won't. They won't. So ask yourself, would I stop scrolling? Would I feel something? Would I feel some sort of curiosity? And would I need to hear the next sentence? Would I be so curious and would I be like, I need to know what this video is about? Like, I have to watch this. And if the answer isn't a loud yes, then keep refining. Change the hook. Whatever you need to change to make you feel these things, to say yes to these questions. Because your hook is the gateway to everything else. If you don't have a good hook, your video is just gonna do so bad. It doesn't matter if the rest of your video is perfect. If you have a bad hook, you have a bad video in total, and your video is never gonna do good. Hooks are the most important part. It's like 80% of your video is the hook, and the rest is 20%. Because if you can hook somebody for the first 10 seconds, your video will do good, even if the rest of it is completely mid. So again, we learned what a hook is, What makes a good hook? A hook that actually catches people's attention, which curiosity, emotion, and value. Why does your hook matter? Because watch time is king. The first few seconds is where viewers decide to bounce or keep watching. And then the hook hacks, which is to use a promise and numbers formula. Use my AI hook bot that I trained personally. Speed up your tonality in the beginning because you don't want to sound slow. You don't want people to scroll and be like, oh, I don't even know what this guy's gonna say. He's too slow. Why should I give this guy my time? Okay, so start strong, fast, and direct. And then the bonus hook structures, the confession hooks. I've never told anyone this before, but the day in the life hooks. Day in the life of a 15-year-old drop shipper who made more than my parents last month. Okay, and then the final tip is ask yourself and genuinely answer these questions. Would I stop scrolling on my own video? Would I feel something when watching my own video? Or specifically the hooks, right? Would I need to hear the next sentence of this video after watching the hook? And if it isn't a loud yes, then you need to keep refining. If you want to get more in depth on more content strategy and actually learn everything about content so that you can consistently create bangers that pop off and monetize with content creation, then just go to the link in the description and you can apply to work with me. And yeah, if you choose to do that, then I guess I'll see you in there. Peace.